What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XRP today. It is the 20th day of December, and here we are sitting at about $1.92 with 5 hours and 38 minutes left in the day. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, you guys. Here we are, looking like we are fulfilling the double bottom as it is right now. I mean, as long as we keep moving up from here, it's looking pretty damn incriminating that this could be a double bottom here. Now, if we do go lower, that's fine. We'll still likely recover at some point here pretty soon. But right now, I think this looks really good. And if anybody's looking at this and saying, that's not a double bottom, it's a lower low, it's still a double bottom, right? That is still a double bottom. If Bitcoin formed a double top last cycle, right, this is absolutely a double bottom, yeah. If we recover. It's too early to call it a double bottom. It's got the formation. It's got the right setup for it. Technically, this doesn't get confirmed as a double bottom until we get above the midpoint here, okay? So until then, we're just in this land of limbo, waiting to see what happens next. But I do think that we're going to move up from here, not down. Let's look at the short-term stuff, and then we'll go over that and zoom back out to the daily time frame. 1 hour time frame here. Looking at this, we are moving up. We had a lot of volume at the lows, actually. We're moving up, and there's really not too much volume as we are moving up. Unfortunately, there's not too much volume as we're moving down either. We are consolidating. It is the weekend. Typically, we have boring price action over the weekend. The 1 hour RSI does have lower lows in it with higher lows in the price. It's hidden bullish divergence. It's actually a good thing. So being down at the 50, that's actually a good reset right here. It makes me think that we do continue pushing higher. The stochastics are very near the oversold zone while not technically being there. So maybe a little bit more consolidation is needed before. Once these stochastics reset in the oversold zone, we should be ready more or less to move up. So Sunday, being that this is the 1 hour time frame, you know, Sunday is it's like all of this right here. It's basically like all of this here. Sunday's getting set up to be a day of growth, it looks like. Sunday should be a day of growth, which will only promote the idea of this double bottom even further as time goes on. The MACD is bullish overall. We're printing some red right now, but that's okay. Again, just like the stochastics here, go to the oversold zone, reset, come to the zero, reset. RSI can bounce here, it can hang out here, or it can go to the 40 and bounce, whatever. Still getting lower lows on the RSI with higher lows in the price. Hidden bullish divergence is a good thing. 4 hour time frame here, looking at this, the RSI is bearish. On the 4 hour time frame, it's very bearish. In fact, the last few times that we've been here at this exact area have been points where we've rejected and went to the oversold zone. So I think it's important, dare I say even critical, for XRP at this point to not reject this level and come back down to these lows. If we do, we likely go lower. But instead to pump from here. I think it's very important that we do pump from here and that we do see higher prices. Not focusing on this zone, but focusing on the zone that we had before. You know, if we're looking at this here, the area that I'd like to see XRP break through without pulling back from would be about $1.97. Really, we could just say $2. Get back above $2, and to me, it's more and more validating that this really is the low. 4 hour RSI is bearish. We're at a point where we've rejected before, but if we can turn the beat around, if we can start getting overbought, not getting oversold, if we're actually getting overbought, not just rejecting this area, that would look good. That'd be something different. Something different is what we need. Okay, we don't need more of the same. We need something different here. Stochastics look bullish. They do look good. The MACD is technically bearish, but you are about to cross to the upside. Typically what happens is you'll get the MACD to cross above the zero and then you consolidate. So this kind of goes over well with my idea here that Sunday might be a green day. We pump Sunday, we break through this critical level to help kind of cement that this is a low. And then from there, because the MACD crossed above the zero, then we will consolidate. We'll likely, instead of finding resistance at this level, hold on you guys, hold on real quick, just make sure we don't kill it here. There we go. Instead of finding resistance at this white line, we'll break through it and come back down and find support. I wouldn't be surprised if we did. That correlates well with the idea that we bust through the zero on our MACD, and then from there we consolidate and then continue to rally. That's actually very common with the 4 hour MACD. Daily time frame here, looking at this, stochastics are coming up out of the oversold zone. That's a bullish look in itself. The RSI is bouncing off the oversold zone, which is bullish in itself as well. However, the daily RSI is just completely abysmal. At least a move up to here would be expected, but again, even moving up to here where we found resistance before, that only further implements this idea that we do have some kind of a double bottom, because the RSI can't grow like that to these points of resistance without the price growing as well. Stochastics look good. This tells me we have days, if not weeks. We probably continue to grow more or less until the end of this month, even into the beginning of January. That doesn't mean every day is going to be green from here on out, but predominantly so, probably. If we look at the MACD, The MACD is bearish overall, but you do have higher lows in your oscillators, right? You have lower lows in your price. It's bullish divergence. And it's not proper bullish divergence. I mean, I guess here you do have bullish divergence right here in your MACD on the histogram as well. Technically you do. But dating back to here, this isn't proper bullish divergence because you have lower lows here and then you have higher lows building, right? But still there is this dying off of bearish momentum, and you can see you're getting to this point where it seems as though some type of catalyst is going to come in that's going to promote stronger bullish readings than we've seen in a while. The last time that we saw a stronger histogram on the MACD than what we've seen here was back here in July, and we rallied from this exact price all the way up to our all-time high area, and we did that in a very short amount of time, guys. I mean, we did this from July 22nd until June 22nd, my bad, June 22nd to July 18th. In less than a month's time, we moved all the way up there. So I'm not saying that in a month's time from here, we'll be all the way up at our all-time high levels, but I think people will be very surprised at how much damage we can do to the upside in a month's time from here. And I really do think that that's coming. I think this shift on the MACD is very apparent. It's very obvious here. The RSI being reset, the stochastics being reset. We've got a nice double bottom setup. I mean, now is as good of a time as any. We look at the weekly time frame. You can see that we're also at the low ends of this overall consolidation area. Any person who's bought XRP below $2 over the past year have been considered geniuses, have been considered the people who bought at the right time, who bought at the best moment. Here you are, geniuses. We're at $1.92 right now, below $2. This is that right time, man. Every time that we've been in this zone, these have been the best, and they are very short-lived moments. Very short-lived moments, my friends. Here we are this week. We're probably not going to be here next week. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves, all right? Prepare for some upside. I think that we could be from here pushing up to 260 or higher, maybe around $3 by the end of this year, if not early January. Okay, and then in January, February, March, we should be, I think, sometime in Q1 breaking out of this zone overall to the upside, and we should, I think, by the end of February or maybe March, be up at our long-awaited $13 to $17 target area. Take care. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.